Welcome, bro. This is an advanced concept that many people, especially if you've just started self-improvement, are not going to simply understand or comprehend, or it's not even just going to relate to your life. So if you're one of those, I wouldn't really recommend you watching this because it won't apply to your life right now. But if you still want to stick around, then there's no harm in that, obviously, and I do appreciate the support. For the rest of you more advanced guys out there who've been on self-improvement for a while, who are actually starting businesses or starting to become synthesizers, it is essentially people who are starting to go from consumer to producers, this video is for you. What I want to speak about today is the concept of unfamiliarity versus familiarity. We all know that when somebody wins the lottery, they eventually, most of the time, overwhelmingly, go broke within months. If I was to give you, or if somebody was to give me millions of dollars today, literally today, as much as I would have said previously, yep, I would save it, I would invest it, I would make a lot of bad mistakes. I would make a lot of bad decisions. Inevitable. Why is that? Why is that? Gonna get straight into the point. It's because I am unfamiliar with that state of being and that state of existence. For example, I'm gonna paint this in a game sense. You have the game like Diablo or Path of Exile, right? What if I got you to play Path of Exile? You've never ever played this game before, right? You don't know what this is about. You haven't even seen anything similar. What if I got you to play this game when I had completely mastered and finished everything and I am already at the end game? What if I got you to play Minecraft when I had achieved everything, I've got all the items, I've killed the Ender Dragon, I've done everything, I'm at the end, and I'm like, here, play Minecraft, you've never played it before. You wouldn't know what to do. You would be so unfamiliar with the rules, with the nature of the game, how the game works, right? The mechanics, the systems, what each item is, what do they mean? You would be so unfamiliar with everything. Although you would have all the riches of the world, you wouldn't know what to do with anything because it is so far beyond your realm of existence. It is so far beyond your world that it is almost like alien technology. Let's apply it to real life. Again, if somebody was to give me trillions of dollars today, trillions, bro, like unimaginable money, I would have no idea what to do with it. It would be so out of my realm of knowing, of my wisdom, of my intelligence, that I wouldn't have any idea what to do with it. I would probably make bad decisions and bad choices, and essentially I would probably go broke. I wouldn't know how to manage that money. It is so unfamiliar to me. What if we gave $1 trillion to somebody who was a multi-billionaire? And that's different. They've been managing that much money for a long time. They know how to manage, keep, and increase the wealth of the value of money that they currently have for the future. They've been doing that longer than I've been alive. So it is far more familiar to them, that $1 trillion, that when they get the $1 trillion today, they will inevitably multiply that tenfold, like no problem. They'll know how to manage that. It's interesting, isn't it? So for example, let's say I am going back in time 5 years to 2019 when I was a complete loser. I just graduated from high school. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I signed up to uni. I'm going and studying an engineering degree that seems fun, but I don't actually care about. I don't care about the status, commuting to work, waking up early, going 9 to 5. I don't care about any of that. So I felt a bit pointless. I wasn't working out. I was single. I had just broken up with my girlfriend. I was feeling depressed. I was playing a lot of video games and smoking a lot of weed. I was going out and not being disciplined at all. During that time, my dream was to be a digital nomad. I was watching these videos of people working in Thailand. I hadn't been to Thailand before, but these people seem to be having the best time of their lives. Sunshine, coconuts, eating what they want, beautiful villas, right? Beautiful people. It was such a great time and I wanted to be like that. So I thought, yeah, I could go on YouTube and, I could do the work. I could release a video. It would get so popular and I could make money and be in Thailand. What if 2019 me, 2019 Thailand, right? Who just graduated, doesn't know what to do with his life, complete loser, was then the next day, literally, he got what he wanted, the dream. He was a digital nomad, started immediately making 100K per month, right? He had the option, he could do whatever he wanted. Could he manage that? There is no chance. It is so unfamiliar to me. It is so beyond my capability and experience and understanding that what would inevitably happen is fear, anxiety, stress, greed. I'd be afraid of losing it. I'd be afraid of not knowing how to manage it. I'd be afraid of making the wrong decision. I would be living in a state of fear even worst case scenario, I could even feel like I don't deserve it. That's worst case scenario. Suddenly I have this and I'm still looking at myself. I'm still masturbating every day. I'm still smoking weed every day. I'm playing video games every day. I'm not doing anything with my life. And suddenly I'm a digital nomad making $100,000. I could be anywhere in the world. I would feel like I don't deserve this because I'm a loser. See how there is such a difference between your desired reality and the person that you are today. There is no chance that me as a loser could suddenly just become the richest person in the world and not fail within 6 months. Except for the few exceptions, of course, which we're not talking about those, we're generalizing, of course. Unfamiliarity. I am way too unfamiliar with my desired self. I will always fall back to my old self. So what do I need to do? What is the key here? How do we become more familiar with the goal? Clarity is number one. Clarify your goal. Yesterday, I was in my 9 to 5, and I wrote down a couple of things for my 2025 dream board that I always keep this journal with me everywhere I go, right? Especially work. So I wrote down a few things. I'm clarifying things. You need to clarify what it is that you want to do, where it is you want to be. Most importantly, the identity. Who are you in 5 to 10 years? Who is this person? Who is future Thailand, digital nomad in Thailand, sipping on coconut waters, watching the sunset every day, swimming, whatever, right? Cool. Now, this is far beyond my reality, far beyond anything I've experienced. It's like me again, getting trillions of dollars today. I'd lose it. God, I'd get myself killed. I'd get a bounty on my head from the government. God knows, right? I don't know what to do with it. What do I need to do? Clarify number one. Number two, familiarize yourself with the reality. Familiarize yourself with the identity. Slowly become that identity. It's like, imagine a 15-year-old and a 70-year-old talking and conversating for an hour. What could they possibly talk about that they could relate about, right? Stories about when the 70-year-old was a kid? Well, that's about it. You're not going to talk about advanced concepts. The same way, try talking to a 7-year-old, having a 7-year-old have a conversation with a physicist, expert, 54-year-old, and talking about physics. It's not possible. You're way out of that reality. So what does the kid need to do? He needs to grow up, go to university, go to school, study that degree, familiarize himself with the people, the knowledge, right? The craft, the expertise, so that they can, in the future, hold a conversation. The same way, we'll need to familiarize ourselves with the dream outcome. So I will give this to you right now based on the examples of my own life. What am I doing? And then I'll just end the video there. So this is where the value is. Again, this is for the advanced guys, but you need to, it's not just about doing the actions. That's the thing. That's why this is advanced. It's not just about the actions. It's about the feeling. It's about the mindset. It's about how you would act, how you would behave, how long you would hold eye contact for, how would you breathe, how would you carry yourself. It's all about that as well, which is why it's advanced. So here is what I'm doing. My dream life, I've painted it out. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but to familiarize myself with that dream life. Okay, actually, I should probably tell you. Let's say I want to end up in Thailand in 5 years, or I want to have the ability to travel wherever I want, right? Cool. Have money, cool. Have my own property, yada, yada. I'm doing work, yada. Okay, cool. All the cool stuff. What do I need to do to familiarize myself with that? Well, firstly, a couple of things I can do is I can start taking small trips every few months, every 6 months, right? To overseas countries where I specifically want to go. When I fly to that country, I will do exactly the things that I dreamt about doing. I will eat at my favorite restaurant, the restaurant that I will want to go to. I will drink coffee in the morning. I will watch the sunset. I will drink coconut waters. I will work on my laptop as a digital nomad. Then I will come back to my own country. I'll keep working. That's one thing I will do, right? Another thing I might do is, for example, if I want to be changing lives, if I want this YouTube channel to be very valuable, I'll start helping people around me. I'll start offering advice to people around me, to my friends, to my cousins, to people I meet, right? I'll start talking the talk and walking the walk. I'll start practicing actually who would give that kind of advice. So that's another thing I would do, right? Another thing I might do is, for example, I want to be really healthy. Okay, how do I get myself to a position where 5 years from now on, I'm doing these crazy calisthenics movements. I can do yoga, I can do backflips, I can swim for 30 minutes without getting tired. I can run a marathon, no worries. How do I get to this point? It all starts simple. It all starts with changing your mindset. So what will I do? I'll start feeling like an athlete. I'll start going out when it's hot. I'll start sweating more, right? Enjoy walking. I'll start walking to more places. Start walking more. I will stop sitting as much. I'll start getting more sunshine. I'll start to feel like an athlete again, right? And I'll start doing some actions related to that. Work out here and there, go for a walk, drink protein shakes, drink healthy shakes, right? I'll start doing that, familiarize myself with how it would be to be very healthy. It's changing that mindset. Again, it's not the actions alone aren't important. The actions alone won't get you there. If you've watched my previous videos, you will understand that no matter what actions you do, the world will throw tests at you. A test is given to you to see how you would react. And if you're more familiar with the outcome that you're trying to get, you will react more aligned to who would react 5 years from now on. Like, does that make sense? You will react more likely the person you'll be in the future. So it makes everything easier. It makes everything more natural. You start to have less clashes between your old and your new self, between your old reality and your new reality. Okay. Another thing I might do is, again, like a big dream that I have of my future is I want to be able to be in the sunshine and sweat and walk and journal in the sun and, drink coffee at my favorite coffee shop and do outdoor yoga. I want to be healthy. I want to do digital nomad stuff, right? So again, when it gets hot in Australia, I'll take days off where completely I'll take myself to the beach and I'll do some work. I'll read, I'll tan, I'll go for a run. I'll start talking to people, meeting people. I will start to live a little bit of how I would in my future self. So let's say, for example, you want to be very, very rich. You want to be the richest person. You want to live in a penthouse in New York. I think this is the easiest example. If you want to have the best luxuries in the world and you are currently a loser, how would we apply this mentality of familiarity and unfamiliarity? What you can do is this. Once every 6 months, you might save enough money to go all out in the most expensive restaurant in the world. Once every year, you might take the best trip of your life to the most expensive city in the world. You might go to Dubai, right? You might start to change your attire and start dressing up very nice over the course of 6 months. Now, your wardrobe is completely filled with nice fucking clothes, right? You're wearing suits, sweaters, jackets, blazers, trousers, ties. You've got everything. So now you're dressing rich. You're feeling rich. You're doing rich things, right? What else would a rich person do? A rich person would give to other people, maybe be kind, eat at the best places, right? That's what you need to do. You need to start acting now as the person who would be when that desired reality is real, right? You need to think about that. When you become rich, your personality changes. You change as well, because to be rich, you need to change. You need to become rich before you can become rich. That is the point. Hope that helps. Much love for watching. Again, this is an advanced concept. Comment down below if you want me to go more in depth about this.